A lot of people know about your name now in China. Dr. Aylward, I understand that you were in Wuhan. So what was it like?
When I pulled into to Wuhan, and by the time I left, about 36 hours later, it was at one level heartbreaking as I listened to the stories of individuals and the Chinese, just wonderful people, and the people of Wuhan, how they speak to you and tell you what they really think. So it was heartbreaking to understand the loss of life, the devastation, the impact so much beyond the disease itself, and how deeply scarred the population would be. But much bigger feeling that I left with was how inspired I was. No matter who I spoke to, whether it was a translator, whether it was someone at a train station, when we pulled in, it was always the same message. This is our duty. This is what we need to do. And that's a very hard thing to do a month into this. We tried to see every aspect of the response. We talked to the political leadership. We spoke to people who were in the trenches doing the contact tracing, trying to help find the contacts. We talked to people in the stadiums who were taking care of the mild cases. We talked to doctors who were taking care of the severe cases. We talked to nurses running the fever clinics. We talked to so many different folks to try and get a feel for what was happening there. I was sleeping 2 hours, 3 hours a night for a couple of weeks, but the Chinese colleagues were working so much harder. And one of the things that I keep telling my colleagues here is, every time we got on a plane or on a train or on a little bus or a van, when I would turn around to ask one of my Chinese colleagues something, they were fast asleep because they're exhausted. They're working such hard, long hours. They would grab a wink of sleep wherever they could. Because what I saw was a tremendous sense of responsibility and of duty to protect their families, their communities, and even the world from this disease. It was truly inspiring. I left with such a deep admiration for the people of Wuhan and for Chinese society in general. The real heroes of this response are those people, sitting home in skyscrapers and apartment buildings for weeks on end. And, the few that I did meet, they said, we're playing our role, we're doing our part. And that is so powerful. And the world just owes such a huge debt to the people of Wuhan. And I just wanted the people of Wuhan to know that the world knows that, and we're sharing that story. What you're doing is so important. Now, you leave a little bit of your heart in China, and especially in a place like Wuhan at a time like this.
You're welcome back when it is the right time.